Hi, this segment's on being a steward. So, as friends, we are first ministers, we tend the inward life, and we are also stewards. We shape our outward forms to reflect that inward experience. It's really important to us as friends when the focus is on living faithfully. There's the first part, which, as a minister, faithful means we take the leap of faith, that we believe, that we rely on that direct mystical experience with the Spirit. But as stewards, faithfulness also means integrity, that we, submit every element of our lives to spiritual scrutiny, that this opportunity in life every day, every moment, to take all the objects, all the consumption, all the interactions, all the relationships of our lives and say, do we feel the power of the Spirit? And is this true? Is this loving? Is this conscientious? And that we look for the consistency, the integrity. Integrity being honesty, also being authenticity, and also being consistency between the inward life and the outward life, the belief, the word, the action, the thoughts. And so this is the work of the steward. Stewards really need to cultivate our capacity for discernment. And the human capacity for discernment is it's a human faculty to be able to comprehend the inner nature and relationship of things, especially when they're obscure, that leads to keen insight and judgment. So discernment is just a natural human function to be curious about something, to give it our full attention, and to have the capacity for insight. And that's the way we tend to whatever comes up for us in our daily lives. In that, then there are tests of discernment, and the tests of discernment there's quite a few of them. One is the test of silence, that it is persistent in the silence. The primary one is, can you feel the life and the power of the Spirit in it? But if you think that it's yes, then hold it up in silence. And like if you sit in the morning or in the evening or whenever you sit, hold it in the silence. Say, this feels really strong to me. And see if by the fourth or fifth day, it's like, oh man, it was such a good idea. What was that? Geez, where did that go? Sometimes I'm just so certain of something and it just dissipates in the silence. And other times it's just there. It's very persistent in the silence. Another test is simplicity. And for us, simplicity means direct relationships among people and with the earth, not these convoluted roles and hierarchies, but that it's a very direct and simple and elegant, that it's often trivial or seemingly impossible. It's seldom just packaged to our size. This is one of the pitfalls of some of the contemporary Quaker work, where we look for the leading, we look for the truth that suits us, that looks good on us, that feels good, that feels right, that's authentic, that's sort of mine. But the work of the steward and the testing of discernment is to listen to truths that come to us, whether they're convenient or whether we wanted them or not. But we know them to be true, and therefore there are implications in our lives. Another test is the writing and expression. We think, we're so clear, and we go to write it down, and it's like, not as clear as I thought I was. So that's another one. Also, the reflection and feedback of other friends and companions. So we start with companions. We see if we can express it. We try to write it down in our journals. And then we have a companion reflect back, repeat back to me what they heard in my words. Don't try to improve or interpret or tell me what you think I meant, but just say back what I heard, because I hear it in a different part of the brain and go, And sometimes it's like, yes, that's it. I want feedback on that. And sometimes it's like, wait a minute, let me think about that some more. So, but if it's ready for feedback, then we ask the companion, do you feel the life and power of the Spirit in it? And if so, we record it and take it to the monthly meeting. But the final tests and the arbitration of of discernment is a critical thing. And the final test is the fruits. Try it out. See if it bears the fruits of joy and peace and love and strength and compassion and equality, liberty, the kinds of gifts of the Spirit. A note on Steward. Historically, we used to use the word overseers, but then that was used for people who controlled slaves. In biblical times, it meant the people who kept the outward forms, the ritual objects, the collector of alms for the poor. But today, we are using the word steward.